Hello everyone, very good evening. My name is Varsha Diman and I welcome you all at Audible in your most awaited session, that is ARD current. So aspirants who are there in the session, please let me know voice is clear to you and the screen is clearly visible so that we can start our discussions about the current affairs that passed or the last week. Okay, so let's start our discussion. Please let me know, am I clearly audible and visible to you? Is everything fine? The voice is okay, the screen is okay to you? Is everything fine? The voice and the sound, everything is okay. So let's continue our discussion. Let's start. See, before proceeding forward, I just want to tell you one thing that, yeah, if you're preparing for any competitive examination and you tell there are the batches and all resources for better preparations, Hollywood with the part of Hollywood family has started. Okay. Yeah, very good afternoon, Tofik. Very good afternoon, Sumit. How you all are doing? Is everything fine? Am I okay? Am I clearly audible and visible to you? Yeah, I'm also very good. So let's start our discussion. You can install the application of Olibo, register yourself there so that you will get the access of all the YouTube sessions PDF from the application of Olibo. And as well as please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, and like turn on the notifications so that you will get the notification of classes so that you can access with us. Okay. Now let's start our discussion. Let's continue with the discussion. Very good evening, Anila. Very good. How you are? Fine. So let's start our discussion. So here the first news in the last week that will cover the news articles from 10th of May till 16th of. Okay, so NRFMTTI achieves CMVR testing approval for agricultural tractor. Now the question arises, what is NRFMTTI? It is Northern Region Farm Machinery Training and Testing Institute. And where this institute is located, video is buffering. It might be because of a slow network from your side or it might be from my side. Otherwise, when you will watch the recorded one, there is no issues in the videos because I had also seen some having the buffering. I have no idea why this particular session. Okay, so this is a Northern Region Farm Machinery Training and Testing Institute, and where it is located? It is located at Hisar, Haryana. One point, okay, because as in your syllabus, important institutions are mentioned, so you should know the names of the important institutions and the locations. So what it had achieved? CMVR. What is that CMVR? It is a Central Motor Vehicle Rules. Testing approval for agricultural tractors and NABL accreditation for CMVR testing of agricultural tractors and combined harvesters. So it's a good news. Okay, because this institute has achieved these two testing approvals. And let's talk about this institute or this specific like research center. There's a leading name in training and testing of agricultural machinery and becomes an approved agency to conduct central motor vehicle rules testing for agriculture tractors in addition to combined harvesters. So initially it was working for combined harvesters testing in a now it has also get the approval for testing of agricultural tractors, like what is their efficiency, how they are working. All these testing and training will be done in this Northern Region Farm Machinery Training and Testing Institute. Okay. Now, it has also become NABL. What is NABL? That is National Accreditation Board for Testing and Calibration Laboratories, accredited for CMVR testing of both agricultural tractors and combined harvesters. So, what kind of help you will get? Like, if any institute had gets this kind of approval for testing, so what kind of help will be provided by this approval? So, this will help the tractor manufacturers in northern India to get their tractor tested for CMVR compliance in near vicinity at this institute. Okay, so this kind of help, like when the tractor manufacturing companies will manufacture their tractors. So for the CMVR compliances, they don't need to take their tractors to the other locations. They will get the approval in their nearby in their nearby locality. And moreover, the CMVR certification of agricultural tractors and combined harvesters under NABL NABL accreditation will enhance the credibility and acceptability of testing worldwide. Okay, so if any institute has received NABL accreditation and CMVR certification, that means any agricultural tractor tested there, any combined harvester tested there will get worldwide acceptability if it is approved by NRFMTTI. Okay, see, everyone is fighting for accountability. Okay, and if the NRFMTTI is taking accountability of something and giving you a credibility that whatever you will purchase after getting this approval, that is more authentic. So it's a good thing, na? Okay, it will work best. So this is all about it. Another important news that happened in this week was longest banana infructescence, that is Musa and Ind Andamanensis. Now this is important as it is a different question, but it is important. First thing that you should know is what is infructescence. What is infructescence? So it is a complete fruiting part of a plant. Okay, so when we talk about the banana, so banana basically the banana fruit we obtain in bunches, and that complete fruiting part of the plant. Okay, that this is like that. That complete fruiting part of the plant is known as infructescence. Okay, so a wild banana species that is Mosa int andamanensis. Why it is andamanensis? Because it was found from Andaman. Int, so int for India, Andaman is for Andaman. From the Andaman and Nicobar Island has recorded the world's longest banana infructance at 4.2 meters. Okay, and what are the key features of this longest banana infructance? So it is found in Campbell Bay, Nicobar Group. Tree height was 11 meter, stem girth was 110 centimeter. Previously, infructescence up to 3 meter were recorded, and the new one set a world record. This is 1.2 meter longer than the previous one. And specimens are displayed in Indian Museum, Kolkata, and Regional Botanical Museum. Okay, so this is all about it. Okay, this is a new species that is found, so that's why it is in use, and that's why we had. Okay, and if we talk about the IUCN, International Union for Conservation of Natural Flora and Fauna status, so it comes under the category of critically endangered, according to recent conservation assessment. And what is the significance of this longest banana infructance? So it serves as a genetic reservoir for developing disease-resistant and high-yield banana varieties. Okay, so that's why it is in use. That's why we are covering it. Why we are covering it? Because the banana that will obtain from this infructescence, they will have a genetic reservoir for developing disease-resistant banana varieties as well as high-yield banana varieties. Okay, and it is conserved ex situ. You know about in situ and ex situ conservation? In situ conservation is basically when you are conserving something at their natural locality, but at their natural habitat. When you are taking it from the natural habitat and conserving it at some other place, so that time it will be the ex situ conservation. So it is conserved ex situ as AJC Bose Indian Botanic Garden and other regional botanical centers. Okay. Now moving forward, see the last week we had covered that India had developed two genome edited varieties of rice. Okay, this was one news which we had covered in the last week. Now this is another news. Okay, so what is it news is about? The Chinese researchers developed first ever Asian rice pangenome to enhance climate resilience. Now, what is the meaning of pangenome? This is a new word for you. Okay, so let's talk about it. In the last week, there was a specific session where I discussed about that India has developed two genome edited varieties of rice. Okay, and now we are talking about that Chinese researchers has developed first ever Asian rice pangenome to enhance the climate resilience. So what is it news is about? So in May 2025, the scientists from the Beijing, China based Chinese Academy of Sciences launched the first ever pangenome of Asian cultivated rice. So that Asian cultivated rice scientific name is Oryza sativa L. By decoding the genomes of 144 wild and cultivated rice varieties across Asia. And the initiative aims to support the development of high yield, disease tolerant, climate resilient rice cultivars, which are crucial amid rising global temperatures and threats to food security. Okay, so this is the why this initiative was taken. Okay, and why when this new pangenome variety was developed. So to develop this particular variety, 144 wild and cultivated rice varieties, genome of genetic composition of 144 wild and cultivated rice varieties were decoded. Okay, and with that aim that they want to develop a disease tolerant, high yield, and climate resilient rice cultivar. Okay, now a pangenome, what is the meaning of pangenome? So it is a complete collection of genes in rice, including those shared by all varieties and those unique to certain types, helping scientists better understand and improve rice diversity. Okay. Next point is, yeah, what are the key developments under this? So now the meaning of pangenome is clear to you. It's a complete collection of genes. We are talking about a collection of genes. So that will be obtained from the different varieties and that are unique to certain types, helping scientists better understand and improve the rice diversity. Okay, now let's talk about some key developments under it. Okay, just give me a second. That pangenome was developed by, just give me a minute. Let me check if there where is the issue is. Okay, just give me a second. Am I clearly audible and visible to you now? Is it still issue persist? Is everything fine to you now? Yeah. So aspirants who are there in the session, please let me know. Is everything fine to you now? I had tried to do something because you guys were facing the lot of problem in. So what I was telling you about the pangenome, the term is very important. Okay. See, with this particular current affair session, I am giving you some important terms also. Okay. Please mention all the terms in your notebook. So what were the key developments here? The pangenome was built using, so this pangenome, it's a collection of genomes. It was built using PacBio high fidelity, that is hi-fi sequencing technology and computational. Okay. And the researchers identified how many genomes they had identified 69,531 genes, including 28,907 core genes and 13,728 wild rice specific genes. So these genes were detected, and around 3.87 billion base pairs of genetic material were identified that were absent from the earlier reference genome. Okay, that's why this project has gained a lot of attention from everywhere. Okay, and the study confirmed that all Asian cultivated rice descended from or Ella, a subgroup of Oryza rufipogon, the wild ancestor of Japonica rice. Right now, about 80% of the identified genes are exclusive to wild rice. So the genes that was extracted, that was obtained, 20% of them are from wild rice, and they're useful for phenotypic plasticity, like their physical appearance and how it changed, environmental adaptation, and regeneration trait. Okay, and with that, I'm also mentioning about the project that I was telling you when we started this. There's in New Delhi, there's a Delhi based, we know that ICR, Indian Council of Agriculture Research. So recently, it has also developed two genome edited rice varieties. The names are Sambha Mesuri and MTU 1010. Okay, and what are the special features of these two new genome edited varieties developed by India? They are improved drought resistant and higher in. Like under testing, they are found that they had improved resistance and they can give you the higher in. Okay, so this is all about it. Now moving to the next important news of this duration. So it is International Day of Plant Health. Okay, so let's talk about it. So, what is observed that International Day of Plant Health is observed on 12th of May. Okay, the United Nations International Day of Plant Health is observed globally on 12th of May. And what it do, it raise awareness about the critical role of plant health. What is the role of plant health in securing food security? Obviously, if the plant growth will be proper, they will be healthy. So obviously, that will lead to the security, food security, supporting biodiversity and promoting sustainable economic development. Okay, and 12th of May marks the observance of fourth, and this is the fourth year that we are recognizing this day of International Day of Plant Health. Okay, and the theme for the 2025 International Day of Plant Health is the importance of plant health in one health. Right now, हमें facial, what you are getting, I'm not. Rice cultivation के लिए spatial, you are mentioning spatial class J about the rice cultivation. We'll discuss about it like in detail if you in upcoming session, right? Now let's talk about the background of this International Day of Plant Health, like why it was recognized and why it's important to study about it. So the United Nations General Assembly officially adopted the observance of International Day of Plant Health through the resolution of this particular in March 2022. Okay, 2022 first, 2023, then 2024, and then this 2025 is the fourth International Day of Plant Health. Okay, and the resolution was co-sponsored by these countries: Bolivia, Finland, Pakistan, Philippines, Tanzania, and Zambia. Okay, and first ever International Day of Plant Health was observed on 12th of May 2020. And each year, the Food and Agriculture Organization and the International Plant Protection Convention organize events and campaigns to mark the day, encouraging stakeholders worldwide to take actions. Like, what are the important actions needed so that the plant population will be protected? Because we need to work upon this, the scarcity problem be solved in future. Okay. Now, this is another important news related to India and related to your environmental snow leopard population in India. Okay, so recently, the study was done to estimate the population, the total snow leopard population, yeah, and it is found that it is 709. Okay, there are 709 snow leopards are in India, and of these 477, like more than half, are found in Ladakh. So that shows the region as a critical conservation stronghold on the snow leopards. Snow leopard in Ladakh occupy an extensive area of 47,572 square kilometers. And the Ladakh National Park, which is popular for the highest population of this snow leopard, is Hemis National Park, which is in Ladakh, world's highest snow leopard density with 2.7 individual per 100 square kilometers, surpassing previous global records from Tibet. This is important. Okay, you might have the question like Hemis National Park is famous for. It is famous for snow leopard. Okay, and the highest population of snow leopard is found in which particular state or the region? That is in, right? Next is, even though we had covered about this specific land conference in our previous current affairs session also, but I'm giving you a brief of it. Okay, so let's talk about brief points related to this World Bank Land Conference that was held in Washington, D.C., USA. Okay, so what is that World Bank Land Conference? So it's a premier international forum for the land sector, and that held from 5th of May to 8th of May. We had discussed about. I'm providing you the brief points that happened during that conference. Okay, so has been organizing the land conference for over 20 years. From the last 20 years, the World Bank is organizing the land conference with the aim of bringing together over 1,000 participants from a wide range of sectors such as government, academia, civil society, and the private sector. Okay, and this year the theme of this World Bank Land Conference was securing land tenure and access for climate action. Moving from awareness. Now there's a need to take actions like awareing the people about the issues is not enough. We need to start taking some actions to work upon them. Okay. So what happened during that World Bank Land Conference? India was honored as a country champion under the leadership of Vivek Bhardwaj. So Vivek Bhardwaj represented India there. Who is Vivek Bhardwaj? He is a secretary of the Ministry of Panchayat Raj. And this recognition underscores India's global leadership in inclusive land governance and grassroots empowerment. Like we are working the grass. See, recently you had this, you might have come across with an article that Gram Panchayat, like we have an Instagram Panchayat, not Gram Panchayat, which our Ministry of Panchayat has come in front for to say that this is okay. So, but when our country, when this secretary of the Ministry of Panchayat Raj represented there during that World Bank Land Conference, so there we get a good recognition because we are working at inclusive land governance and the grassroots empowerment. A high-level Indian delegation led by Vivek Bhardwaj, Secretary of the Ministry of Panchayat Raj, showcased India's pioneering Digital Land Reform Initiative. What is it? It's a Swamitatva scheme, which we had discussed, and Gram Manchitra, India's advanced GIS-based spatial planning platform at two different key sessions this World Bank Land Conference. Okay. Now, India actively, this is all about it. So these are some points related to this. Now, moving further. Okay, moving further, let's talk about the United Nations Forum Forest. So that was also held in the last week of May 2000, I mean, last week or the second week of the May 2020. So what were the important points that was discussed here? So United Nations Forum on Forest, India actively participated in it and this time it was held at UN headquarters, New York, presenting achievements in sustainable forest management, like how much we had achieved in sustainable forest management. We represented all our achievements there. And what is that UNFF? So it is a functional commission under UN Economic and Social Council, UN Economic and Social Council, which is dedicated to forest policy dialogue and coordination. So this particular United Nations Forum is dedicated to the policies, the dialogue, and the coordination which is related to the forest sector. Okay, it provides a platform for all countries to discuss and promote sustainable forest management globally. So when was this United Nations Forum on Forest was established? So it was established in the year 2000. Okay, and we are working over it that time onwards. And who established it? It was established by Economic and Social Council. Okay, and where is the headquarter for it? So its headquarter is at New York, right? Another important point. And what is the objective of this United Nations Forum on Forest? So that we will promote the management, conservation, sustainable development of all types of forest areas, strengthen long-term political commitments for forests, support implementation of Agenda 21, which was decided under Earth Summit 1992, Rio Forest Principles and Global Forest Goals. And what are the key functions of United Nations Forum on Forest? Coordinate forest policy across UN member states, oversee the UN Strategic Plan for Forest 2017-2030, foster global cooperation to halt deforestation and forest degradation, organize biannual session, like the sessions after every 2 years. Okay, so in the odd years, the sessions will like deal in technical exchange or implementation reviews, and in the even years, policy development and decision making. So that's how the UNFF works. Okay. Next is India and United Nations Forum on. So what is our main goal under it? Like how we are doing. So India's participation at UNFF20 highlighted commitment to voluntary national contribution under the United Nations Strategic Plan for 2017. Like we voluntarily discussed about that what we are doing in this direction. Okay, and we voluntarily want to reported that forest and tree cover has increased to 25.7% of geographical. So under this forum on forest, it was also reported that forest and tree cover has increased to 27.5% of the geographical area. Right. Next is a key national achievements shared. So during that United Nations Forum on Forest, when we went there to represent our nation, we also share our achievements. Now, because that the same thing we discussed there when we visit the World Bank Land Conference. Okay, so that time when after visiting there, we discussed about our Swamita to our Gram Manchitra. Similarly, when we visited this United Nations Forum on Forest, we represented like how much we had achieved and how much we were working towards this direction. Okay. So restoration under Aravali Green Wall project, we had restored it. 7.86% rise in mangrove cover over the last decade. 1.55 lakh hectares afforested under Green India. 1.4 million seedlings planted under the 8 paid mark. A major global contribution if we talk about. So we invited nations to join the International Big Cat Alliance that we India initiated this. Okay. Post for inclusion of Dehradun CLI 2023 outcomes on forest fire management and certificate global mechanism. Another applauded CLI contribution by Congo, DPR, Korea, and Austria. Okay. So these were our global and our achievements that we shared there. Okay, so that's all about today's session. These were the events related to your agriculture, rural development, environment, forestry, and all such issues that are important and that comes under you. Okay, so that's all for today. I'm ending your session for now. We'll meet in the next session. Bye and stay.